Mr. Kniffen is the CEO of J. Rogers Kniffen. Great to have you back here, Jan. Costco numbers put everything really back into focus on their success story these last couple years with a big beat for June's sales. What do you think?
Hey, when I write anything about Costco, I just say, hey, it's Costco. They've always been great. They're one of the greatest retailers in the world. They consistently show that when you see their numbers. And remember, they're essential. They got to stay open. Lots of people didn't get to stay open. So yes, they're winning the game and they're showing just how good they really are. But, you know, Walmart showed us the same thing. Target's pretty much showed us the same thing. These guys are winning the game. Part of it is they were deemed essential. Part of it is they're really good at distribution, and they've been able to keep the stores supplied, and they're, as we all know, cheap.
So for Costco, is the stock cheap? $3.23. How do we gauge what this company trades like? It's kind of like this growth company with subscription elements. It's a quarantine play in a way. Is this as good as it gets for Costco?
I say all the time, nobody ever thinks Costco's cheap, and it just keeps going up. Every time I talk to anybody in the business, they're like, oh, the multiple's too high, I can't really buy them. And yet the next year the stock's higher, and the next year the stock's higher. These guys have consistently delivered in every environment, whether it's COVID or whether it's recession or whether it's just everyday business. They've got a better model, and they have driven their business for as long as since they've been the Price Club, much less since they've been Costco. They're just a great retailer, and they really, really execute well, and they execute well at the store level. And you always find great things, and they've been relatively unaffected by the internet incursion, which is pretty much amazing when you think about it.
So for Costco, the internet incursion, I know that they've made some strides to kind of dabble in the world of online, but that's not really the success story here at all. Do we need to see Costco push more into that, or is that never going to be a problem for them?
Oh no, they're going to have to push more into it. They're going to have to be more digital. But you know, they've progressed along. They've not been a leader in that because they want you in the store and that's their gig. But they're going to get to the point where you're going to order online and pull up at the dock and have load stuff in your car. They'll get to that, but they've been so successful with their base model that they've moved relatively slowly. But they haven't ignored it. They have gone digital. They've come up with better apps. They've got better use of it in store. They're doing a lot of things that make them better customer service organization using digital. They just don't really want to sell it to you without you coming to the store if they can help it. But They do a big business online now.
Okay, so Costco has its own sort of niche here for the moment. Walmart is more of a traditional story here about moving towards online domination. They're getting the subscription also now model. They're doing Walmart Prime is just what I'm going to call it for now. It's going to be about the same price as Amazon Prime. How big was that news for the stock?
That's very big news. Walmart wants to take on Amazon head-to-head, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. And remember, they have 4,500 distribution centers in the United States. They call them stores, but they get very close to the customer. So they can give Amazon a hard time when it comes to accessing the customer. And as each new feature is added at Walmart, they become more competitive. Walmart won the game and has always won the game on price. Amazon has always won the game on convenience. That whole concept is sort of merging into one thing, and Walmart's playing that game pretty darn well. You got to give big credit to Doug McMillon for what he's done over time. They have really transformed Walmart into a serious competitor for Amazon, not just somebody that Amazon's trying to knock off market share from.
Yeah. For Walmart, the company has done really well. It's about $6 below the highs right now. It's kind of the same question as it pertains to Costco too. Do we need to change the way we value these companies if they're going to be just taking more of the online market share? Should we price them at valuations more similar to like a consumer discretionary growth type stock instead of a staple?
Well, it's pretty easy to believe that Walmart, Target, Amazon, Costco, Home Depot, the dollar stores and the off-price guys are going to own the world. Once you decide that's true, then you have to start looking pretty hard at how you value them. and what that growth can look like and how much market share they can really take. And this is not a temporary blip with COVID. This is a sea change. So we're going to see online be dramatically more important, and we're going to see price be dramatically more important too, I think, going forward. The other thing that's going to be really important is cocooning. People are going to be home more, they're going to be into the suburbs more, they're going to be into rural more. So all of that's going to benefit as well. But they can all capitalize on those trends. The other things that can capitalize on those trends are the guys that really feel local, like, Tractor Supply and Ulta and Boot Barn and all the people that are out there selling to that suburban and rural customer bases. So that's the trends I see. The big guys take over, and the people that feel local and rural also take over, and the people in the middle get trampled pretty hard.
Jan, I want to make sure before we let you go that I get your thoughts on Kohl's here. All it took apparently was a bullish note to put a strong bid into the company over the past week. What do you think? I mean, we had a big rally on the 8th earlier this week that seems like it was an analyst basically saying Kohl's is going to survive and maybe they can even thrive on the other side.
Were they quoting me? Because I've been saying all along Kohl's will be the survivor in the space, and Penny's and Sears have to go away. And so when you look at that, you say, gee, somebody's going to fulfill that need. And Kohl's is off mall, and they do 1,150 stores that blanket America. They can win that space. And they could also get bought by Amazon. So, you can hang around and wait for that to happen.